Good afternoon, children. In this video, we are going to learn lesson 10 Changes around us. The topic is Changes around us. What is change? Change is making difference in the state or condition of a thing. Okay, so making difference in the state or condition of a thing is called as change. Okay. In this world, so many things are there. Out of these things, some things are not changing in their state or condition. For example, rust resistant iron pillar in Qutub Minar in Delhi. Rust resistant means thuru pidikada. Okay, it has not rusted for more than 1500 years, so its state is not changing still now. Okay, so but many things we see in our life are changing in their states or condition. For example, turning of milk into curd, preparing idli from batter, etc. Okay, like this we see number of changes in our surroundings. Okay, there are two types of changes. So the changes are classified into two types. One is called as physical change and the another one is called as the chemical change. But we will see the examples for physical changes. Changes like folding and unfolding of a paper, drying wet clothes, bending of iron rod are the some examples of physical changes. Okay. Now we will see the examples for chemical changes. Changes like burning of paper, digestion of food, tanning of milk into curd, decaying of vegetables. These are all the examples for chemical changes. Okay. Now we will learn about chemical changes and the effects of chemical changes. What are chemical changes? A chemical change is a permanent and irreversible change which produces a new substance. So a chemical change is a permanent change. It will not be temporary. Okay, it is a permanent change and it will be irreversible, which produces a new substance. Chemical changes are otherwise called as chemical reactions. So what's the other name of chemical change? That is chemical reaction. Why they are called as chemical reactions? Because one or more substances undergo a reaction to form one or more new substances. Okay, here one or more two substances combining, they are called as reactants, and by undergoing a reaction they will produce a new substance that is called as products. Okay, so reactants gives products by a reaction, so this is called as chemical reaction. Okay, here one activity is given. In this activity we have to classify the following changes as physical or chemical changes. Okay, here some activities are given. First one, melting of ice. Melting of ice is a physical change. Ripening of fruits. Ripening of fruits is a chemical change. Rusting of iron, it is also a chemical change. Spoilage of food, it is a chemical change. Burning of food, it is a chemical change. Bursting crackers, it is a chemical change. Burning of camphor, it is also a chemical change. Why melting of ice is a physical change? Because when the ice is melted, before and after melting, the components are same. Same way, we can frozen the ice, melted ice into ice also. Okay, so it is an reversible process. So melting of ice is a physical change. But in ripening of fruits, rusting of iron, spoilage of food, burning of wood, bursting crackers, burning of camphor, we are getting a new substance. After reaction, we are getting a new substance. So these are all called as chemical changes. Okay, so these are all the example for physical and chemical changes. Okay, now we will learn about the factors determining chemical changes. Okay, what are the conditions required for the chemical changes? chemical changes will not occur at all conditions. For a chemical change to take place, we need some special conditions. So, for a chemical change to take place, certain specific conditions are required. So, what are the specific conditions required for chemical changes? Now, we will see that. First one, contact in physical states. Second one, solution of reactants. Third one, electricity. Fourth one, heat. Fifth one, light. Sixth one, catalyst. So, these are the 6 conditions required for chemical changes. First one, what is contact in physical states? How contact in physical state used for chemical changes? We experience many events in our daily life like burning of matchstick on rubbing and iron materials turning into reddish brown. Why and how these changes happen? What are the reason for changing in these events? Okay. These changes are due to chemical reactions by contact in physical state. What is contact in physical state? Combination of reactants in their naturally occurring states. Naturally occurring states means solids, liquids and gases is referred as contact in physical states. So, combination of reactants in their naturally occurring states. That means combination of reactants in solids, liquids and gases. That is called as contact in physical states. Okay. While the objects in these states are contact, chemical reaction will take place. Okay. For example, when dry wood comes into contact with fire. Okay, here what are all contacting? Wood and fire. It burns with the help of oxygen. How does the wood burn? By taking the oxygen in the fire, by taking the oxygen from the air. Okay, so it burns with the help of oxygen to form carbon dioxide. So when wood burns, which substance is produced here? Carbon dioxide, which is given out as smoke. Okay, so here the solids and gases are combined to form a carbon dioxide. Okay, so this is the chemical change. Okay, second one, when a matchstick is rubbed on the sides of a matchbox. Okay, a chemical reaction takes place to form heat, light and smoke. Okay, here the contact in between the matchstick and the side of the matchbox. Okay, so here in the matchstick and the matchbox some chemical materials are coated. Okay, the chemical materials are combined, they are they are in contact and they will produce the heat, light and smoke. So here the smoke is the new substance formed. Okay, so this is the chemical reaction. Okay, same way when quicklime is the calcium oxide, it is solid in state. Okay, when it comes in contact with water is a liquid. Here the solid and liquids are combining. It forms a slaked lime. Slaked lime is the calcium hydroxide. Okay. So when calcium oxide and water are reacted, it forms a new substance, slaked lime, that is calcium hydroxide. So a new substance is formed. So this is also the example for chemical change by contact in physical state. Okay, what are the chemicals present in the matchstick and the matchbox? In the matchstick, the head of the matchstick contains potassium chloride and antimony trisulfide. Same way, the sides of the matchbox contain red phosphorus. Okay, when these chemical items reacting, it will produce the light and heat. Okay, so this is the example for chemical changes while the contact in physical state. Okay, from these above reactions, we can conclude that the certain chemical reaction take place only when the reactants are brought in contact with each other in their physical states. Okay, what we are concluding from these activities? We are concluding that certain chemical reaction take place only when the reactants are brought in contact with each other. Here the things has to contact with each other in their physical states. Okay. Then here one activity is given. Take 2 test tubes and couple of rust-free iron nails. Okay. Here we have to take 2 test tubes and rust-free iron nail means new iron nails we have to take. Then put one iron nail in a test tube containing pure water and put another nail the test tube containing water and coconut oil. Okay. Then keep the test tubes opened for few days. What will happen? Let us leave the setup for a few days, observe the changes and record them. Which iron nail get rusted and why? Iron nail dipped in water gets rusted because iron reacts with oxygen and water and rust is formed. Okay, but the iron nail put in water with coconut oil is not rusted. Why? Iron nail has no reaction with coconut oil. Okay, so this is the example for chemical reaction. Okay, thank you.